Hello and greeting everyone. First, let me introduce myself and my group members. My name is Benabalampas. Yes, that is me. This is James Jamit, Justin and Priska Idila. We had like thanks our respected lecturer Sir Nicholas Rekan. Because of his compassion and guidance, we are able to complete our assignments successfully, and we will present to you about HIV cases by state in Malaysia. So, for the first part of our presentation, I will explain the introduction of our topic, human immunodeficiency virus, or the easy word is HIV. HIV is a virus that attacks the human immune system, specifically the CD4 cells, which are very important in helping our body to fight infection and disease. When these cells are destroyed, the body becomes weaker and more vulnerable to various illnesses. If HIV is not treated properly, it can develop into a more serious condition known as acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, or AIDS. At this stage, the immune system is severely damaged and the body can no longer defend itself effectively. HIV can be transmitted through several ways, including unprotected sexual contact, sharing contaminated needles, blood transfusion with infected blood, and from mother to child during pregnancy, childbirth, or breastfeeding. However, it is important to understand that HIV does not spread through casual contact, such as shaking hands, hugging, sharing food, or using the same toilet. In today's world, HIV remains a significant public health issue, including in Malaysia. Many people are still affected every year, which is why awareness, education, and prevention are very important. Therefore, in this presentation, we will focus on HIV cases by state in Malaysia.
Good day everyone, my name is James Jamil Analaja. Today I will present an analysis of HIV cases in Malaysia for the year 2023. This presentation will focus on three main parts: the data collected, the frequency table, and the graphical analysis. Let's start with the data collected. This map clearly illustrates the distribution of HIV cases across different states in Malaysia. At a glance, we can immediately identify a clear pattern. Selangor stands out as the state with the highest number of cases, recording 1,062 cases. In contrast, wilayah Persekutuan Labuan has the lowest number with only 14 cases. We can also observe that states such as Selangor show relatively high number compared to others. This suggests that HIV cases are not evenly distributed but instead concentrate in more populated and urbanized areas. Now let's move to the frequency and cumulative frequency table. The frequency represents the number of cases in each state. Meanwhile, the cumulative frequency shows the total number of cases as they are progressively added. For example, we begin with police, which has 18 cases. When we include Kedah 110 cases, the total increased to 128. This step-by-step accumulation continues until we reach the final total of 3,000 220 cases. This table is extremely useful because it allows us to see both individual values and the overall trend in a clear and organized manner. Okay, next look at the graphical representation. The pie chart shows the percentage distribution of HIV cases by state. Here, it is very obvious that Selangor contributes the largest proportion. On the other hand, the bar chart provides a clear comparison between states. We have instantly identified which state have the highest and the lowest number. Once again, Selangor is the highest case, followed by Wilayah Persekutuan, Kuala Lumpur and Sabah. These visual tools make it much easier to understand complex data quickly and effectively. In conclusion, this analysis highlights the significant difference in HIV cases across states in Malaysia. By using tables and graphs, we are able to interpret the data more clearly and make meaningful comparison. This shows us how important mathematical tools are in analyzing real-world issues. That's all from my part, and thank you for your attention.
I will continue with our slide. Today, I will present about the statistical analysis of HIV cases in Malaysia. We will focus on the mode, mean, and median. First, let's look at the mode. The mode is the value that occurs most frequently in dataset. From our data, the mode is 1062 cases, which represents Selangor. This shows that Selangor has the highest number of reported HIV cases compared to the other states. This may be due to factors such as high pollution density and urban lifestyle. Next, we move to the mean or the average value. This is the mean. To calculate the mean, we added all the HIV cases from all the states, which give a total of 3,220 cases, and then we divide it by 15. The result approximately 214.67 cases. This means that on average, each state has about 215 HIV cases. We also observe that Johor, with 236 cases, is closest to this average, making it a good representation of the overall situation in Malaysia. Finally, let's discuss the median. The median is the middle value when all data is arranged in ascending order. After arranging the value, the middle number is 125 cases, which correspond to Perak. This indicates that half of the states have cases below 125, and the other half have cases above it. So, in conclusion, Selangor has the highest number of cases, and the average number of cases is 214.67, and the middle value is 125 cases, represented by Perak. This statistical measure help us better understand the distribution of HIV cases across Malaysia and identify which states are most affected. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Priska Dila Analagan from the Instrumentation and Plant Control Department. So I will summarize the information regarding HIV and the graph mentioned above. In this era of globalizations, HIV is a disease that is difficult to cure and has a very small chance to complete recovery. Based on the graph above, Selangor is recorded the highest number of HIV case, while the Labuan recorded the lowest in 2023. So from this, we can conclude that HIV is not caused by sharing needles, but also engaging in the unprotected sexual activity, including same-sex relationships and having multiple partners. So the increasing number of HIV cases is concerning because it is a disease with no complete cure. So among the steps to prevent HIV are organizing awareness campaign about the disease. In addition, school should provide health service such as urine screening tests in collaboration with the Ministry of Health Malaysia.